The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Commanders and the Dolphins, next on Madden Football.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. And here we are, Brock, final week of the preseason. One last tune-up for stars and starters. And, of course, the game where a lot of these great camp stories will clinch a spot on that Week 1 roster.
And I never tire of these great camp stories. And they come from all different backgrounds. Some are undrafted guys, some are vets with a restart on their career. But they use the preseason, in this game in particular, to springboard some momentum into the regular season.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. On the return, here comes Davis. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Robinson up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. From midfield now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. To throw, needing a first. That's caught beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Room to run inside the 20. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Washington now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii. Won a national...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Taken in by Smith. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Tua off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Tua setting up to throw. Achane reels it in. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
No connection on the last play, and out's third down. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Able to find Achane. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Offside, defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. They won't don't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 2nd and 3 now. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Running back sent in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets this one to McLaurin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now, as we get a chance to look at their picks from this year's draft, Brock, we see a lot of names that are set up to help this team, both this year as rookies and down the line as well.
Yeah, you really see the 2 draft strategies combined here, right? Best player available in drafting for need. Some people will like one, some like the other. Personally, I think it's best when you add both to a class like they did. Some of these guys we're going to see right away, and others, well, they're going to have to develop to add some depth and serious talent down the road.
Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Badgley able to knock it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Washington now to return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Motioning Washington right. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Motioning one of the tight ends. They run the counter to Achane. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. The Dolphins with the football. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. Excellent return. He got 22 before being stopped. And the Commanders will go on offense. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 17. Dump off caught by his back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. Well, that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, this is the final dress rehearsal. Still a chance for someone to make a big play that cements his spot on the roster. And to bring it your way, let's get it right back out to Kate Scott.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Washington now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Dolphins getting their offense out there to start off this 2nd half. They're down 13-3 as they take over. They'll start the drive with Achane. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. It's taken in by Washington. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Benjamin St. Juste getting up to end that play. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Tua now from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on him. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Tua looking to throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Commanders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back Back to the line they go. It's second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Javon Holland there to make the stop. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. This one's taken in by Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. And they send a man in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Here's Tua.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
On the return, here comes Davis. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. First throw for the backup now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Handoff now to Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Fourth down, he takes the snap. Throw is caught by the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. Evans straight ahead. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Here's another carry for Evans. Past midfield to the 45. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So the defense decides to decline the penalty. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. That's one he knows he should have had. And it sets up 2nd down. A give up the middle to Evans. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Receiver in motion, going left. Desperation time here on 4th. Got Washington, it's complete. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down. From the red zone now. That's going to be caught by Washington. Touchdown, Miami. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Sanders all set to send it away. Scott now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. From the 30 on 2nd down. Now he takes it. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 47. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Commanders pushing to get within range for a game winner. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
He's on the move. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They give it to him again. Down to the 10. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders jump in front late. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. He'll look to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And for what it's worth, Bronk, they have cruised through this preseason undefeated. So all things pointing up for them as they get ready for Week 1. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Miami.